Hello and welcome. This is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer, and today's thoughtful moment is all about 7 subtle tips to be more assertive. Is being assertive not one of your stronger characteristics? Don't worry, this is true for most people. However, being assertive is something that can be learned. Yet just like any skill, it takes practice and patience. So here are 7 tips to help you build your assertiveness muscle. First tip, start with empathy. Empathy costs you nothing. Be aware of the needs of those you spend time with. Being empathetic can be used in negotiations with people you supervise, or even with friends and family, or even in sales situations. Understanding what others need and want will allow you to better appreciate where they're coming from and their ensuing actions. Make sense? The second subtle tip, be willing to compromise. Don't try and be a victor in the persuasion game. You don't have to win all aspects of the deal. Forget that approach, right? Consider compromising on issues that are less important to you, but are more important to the person you are trying to connect with, to persuade with, to build a relationship with. When everybody can walk away feeling like a winner, you know you're becoming an artist of persuasion. Number 3, negotiate. The act of negotiating can definitely open channels for meaningful communication. Deeply listen to what the other person has to say. You may hear them say that they don't want to help you out, but they might actually be telling you that they cannot meet your request today, but will gladly do it on a different day. When you hear what is really being said, you can negotiate a whole new timeline. Think that through. Don't rush it out. Okay? Very important. Deeply listen. And number 4, don't get emotional. This doesn't mean you should be completely devoid of emotion in situations where you actually need something. Feel the emotion, sure, but don't react to them immediately. Instead, let the emotions sit for a bit and respond later. 5, don't be tentative. Be sure of what you need and want and what you are prepared to give. Being tentative and using words that can come across as uncertain will only hinder your end of the goal. Instead of using things like, I think, use I believe, or in my experience. Using language that reinforces your goal will show that you aren't willing to budge on what you need if you truly believe in what you're talking about. And not being tentative shows great leadership skills as well. Number 6, subtle tip, options. Decision fatigue is a real thing. When you give someone options, you're limiting the number of decisions they have to make, not taking away their power, not trying to overpower them at all. Offering options have the added bonus of giving you the power to make the options so you can win either way. All right? One small caveat I put in there, don't give people too many options. By all means, give them on options, but if you give too many, you'll confuse them and they won't make a decision at all. All right? So that's number 6, options. Number 7, a tough one for some people, shut up. Be silent. This is the final step of being assertive and walking away with a win. You've listened, you've compromised, you've negotiated, you've held back your emotions, you've used strong wording, you've stood up for yourself, you've given people options. You've done all these things, right? Now you need to be quiet and wait for an answer. This can be tough because we automatically want to fill the awkward silence, but don't do that. Giving them the space to think things through will definitely work in your favor. Being assertive involves extremely useful skills for all entrepreneurs, and so does this. Use the link you see on your screen, peterbeckenham.com/performance, and book a complimentary laser-focused coaching call where together you and I can sort out your number 1 sales issue once and for all.